Now the next command, just remaining two commands we will cover first. This how to increase the size of existing data file. Okay, just now I have shown you how to check the file ID. This is file ID. See, while changing the size, by first while creating new table space, at that time I have specified suppose 10 MB. Now it is filled. User will get error. Your quota, your space has been filled. So it's my responsibility as a DBA to increase the size. Okay, from 10 MB to suppose 15 MB, 20 MB, depends on the day-to-day work, how much size you require. So just how to means resize. So it is more easy with the help of ID. Instead of typing that disk1 or a data nash1, then file name, then resize 15 MB. So how to resize that? Just there is an ID in front of you. Suppose u1, my ID is 5. So this 5 ID I want to resize from this much bytes to my 20 MB size. So for that you have to use the command alter database. Okay, alter database and data file. The syntax is data file. Which file? 5. It's easy instead of using that path. And resize 20 MB means I am extending that size from 10 MB to 20 MB. Clear now? The next is how to add new data file in existing table space name. Means in one pointer I can have two database files, DBA files. Means this is my one pointer. Okay, this suppose TS1, this is my one pointer, but here one more DBA file I can add. If one DBA filled, then other DBF will be used automatically. Means two choices are there with you. You can extend the size or you can add one more DBF file, So it's not good to always extend the file, because one file will be like too much big. So while searching the data it will be very difficult. If anybody type SQL statement, so in that particular length you have to search the records. So instead of that, best way is add DBA file. So small units will be there. So how their internal auto management is there, where actual the data is there. They are maintaining their ID blocks automatically. No need of remembering which data is in which DBF. Means no tension to DBA. Okay. So how to add the one more DBF file in existing? So u1 is my existing table space. Now I will add one more DBF file. Okay. So alter tablespace name, add data file. Add word you have to use here. Disk1 or a data nash1, and suppose u2.dbf I am using. My pointer name is same, but I am using DBF file, separate DBF file name, one more DBF file name. See here. Two. See how to check? You can just check it with that query again, the DBA data file, this query. Now see, here this is 8 ID, but pointer name is u1. Again pointer name is u1. So pointer name can be same, DBF file will be new. Here user data.dbf, user data1.dbf, inside u1 u2.dbf. So two DBF files are there, but they will manage automatically. If this first will be user data1.dbf, when this particular size filled, he will switch to u2.dbf automatically. Means all related to space. This is table space management. Means the space which I have to assign to my table, to my user table. So in on server, first you have to manage all these things, then only you can assign and restrict them, read only, offline, online, whatever, all the concept related to table space in this chapter. Very important, table space management. Okay, now only that two commands was remaining from that first part, this and this. Now the next concept is extent management. Now what we have studied in first topic, just how to create a table space. Means when pointer is creating, automatically my DBF is creating. But DBF is having some specific structure, how they are storing the data. So that structure is what, inside one DBF one extent is there, okay, like one extent is there like this, okay, and under extent this blocks are there. Now we are studying about this extent, because these extents are of two types. By default one extent is working for you, because till now I have not specified the extent type, but he is taking one of the extent out of two. Okay, by default that is LMTS. Two types of extent managements are there. Which are they? One is DMTS, you can say, and the other one is LMTS, that is dictionary management table space, and the next one is local management table space. Okay, what is the difference? First just have a look. In dictionary, in this data is stored in the form of blocks. IO are more with DMTS. Input output are more with DMTS. Input output means my user hits are more. Again and again inputs and outputs are coming to my server if I am using DMTS mode. How I will show you. Local management, in this data is stored in data file header in the form of bitmap. In the form of bitmap, in the form of picture format, you can say. IO are less. In DMTS he is directly hitting to my data, complete data. He is moving inside this area. Okay, see here, just I will show you. See, this is my particular extent. If I would have created this as a DMTS, this is my data, whole complete data is there, and this is my DMTS type. So when a pointer is searching overall this particular, means here is the data, he will go here and pick the data, means IO again and again he is coming in this area, complete area. If it is LMTS, okay, so this extent is also having some sections. So if I use LMTS, the first section is my header. This first section is my header area. This header area will maintain your data like directories. Like directories he will maintain systematically. So if particular data in this directory, he will automatically switch to that directory only. He will not allow to go to any other directory. They are maintaining like main directory, then sub directories, then insides, like that. But this data is in a bitmap format. Bitmap means like paintbrush BMP format, like a picture format they are using. So security will be there. Data is covered in a bitmap format, means in a picture format data is covered now. So means now editing is not possible, no? If you open any image, so a complete set is open, and this in a text format it is opening, DMTS. If I open in a text format, means Word application, for example, you assume that Word application is opening, and on a particular letter, on a particular line you are going, you yourself, but image a complete, you can't move to that section, inside section, just you can see that section, you can't take a cursor to that section, cursor will not go inside that image. Getting, na? So this whenever data is going, by default this management is means nowadays from 11G you will find here in theory. See, in Oracle 8i, default extent management used was DMTS, optionally LMTS. You can change optionally. If you want LMTS, we have to specify while creating a table space that I want a LMTS management. It's my choice. But 9i onwards, default extent management is LMTS. Optionally, DBA can change to DMTS. I can change DMTS. Both possible. Means in 11G, 10G, by default LMTS is there. But the difference you understood, DMTS and LMTS.
And again the local management stuff in the form of bitmap.
Yeah, this
and
headers, in the form of headers, not in the form of complete file. See, Word file is something different. A complete text, no header is there in that.
Information of this function is local as picture.
Yeah.
With only headers.
Yeah. Data is maintained inside the headers files. Okay. In block diagram you will understood in more detail. I will create a block diagram because in extent blocks are there and blocks is having some sections. Then we are studying that inside sections, how the data is managed, how the data is displayed to you. Then only we can understand that. Just I will show you how to create the table space with DMTS as well as with LMTS. By default LMTS is creating. If you don't specify the type, LMTS is created. But how to create DMTS? Okay. See, the advantage of DMTS is you can specify the block type also. Means, yeah, by default what happens in one extent, when blocks, collection of blocks is one extent. Small blocks are created and collection of all blocks is goes to one extent. Yeah, one extent. When my extent is created, this extent is created means inside my blocks are creating like this. These are my blocks. All this collection of blocks goes to one extent. This. Okay. So this outer is having two types. Okay. So what happens when LMTS is created, the block size is 8 KB. This 8 KB. Each block size is 8 KB kilobytes. After 8 KB filled, another block is there, another block is there, another block is there. Okay. Next extent then. The 10 MB finished. Now how many blocks in one extent? You can divide 8K, 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 10 MB. My extent size is 10 MB. So how many blocks will be there? You can calculate. 8 KB one block. Okay. But if you want to change this size to 2K or 4K or 16K or 32K, so then you have to shift to DMTS. In DMTS format you can specify the block size. Okay. So just the command is very simple. First we have already seen. See here, just how to create with extent management DMTS. Suppose one more table space I will create here. First, the format I will be using DMTL dictionary. The syntax is same. Just I am giving the table space name DMTS. Sorry. Size suppose 10 mm. Right. Yeah. Extent management dictionary word you have to use here. But this table space created in the form of DMTS now. Dictionary management table space, this is. Means in text format it is storing. Okay. And for LMTS no need of specifying this extent management. Previously in older version, if you want to create LMTS, then in this way you have to give the command, because by default it is taking now LMTS, so no need of giving that word. Local word you have to specify. Extent management local means you are creating in LMTS format this table space, and when you are specifying dictionary means you are creating in DMTS format. Afterwards you read that theory, what is local management, what is this dictionary management. If you have any problem you ask me tomorrow. Somehow in the books you will find in complete diagram how the extent is going, blocks is going, he will show you each and everything. Because see, all the things are in background, it is taking effect. Creating is very simple. See, the same command, just I have specified the type, but what effect is going on in background, it is more important. So you have to read the theory for that. Then only the concept will be cleared, why DMTS is creating, why. Right now you pay attention to the commands, and then theory I told you in last day also we can discuss. Complete one day we will give for theory one. Just underline that lines, you ask me whatever problem is there, we will solve that. Now we have finished with extent management. Okay.